You've got to find a bowler to break this partnership, get a new batsman in, and that's exactly that has to happen in favor of Bangladesh if they're thinking or looking to win and level the series. Straight to the fielder. Good way to finish the over. Very good. Just 3 in that over. 36 for 1.
Big match coming up on my 11th circle.
It's time for India versus New Zealand, second T20.
You can beat my team this match and make 3 times more cash. Make your team now only on my 11th circle.
In the world's grandest T20 league, watch Sydney Thunder versus Perth Scorchers tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. KFC Big Bash League, live on Sony 10-3.
The 36 for 1 and 6. No pressure on Pakistan. They're cruising. Babar is on 23. Hafiz is on 11 of 18. He's taking his time.
Mustafizur Rahman, the new bowler, expensive in the last match, 1 for 40, but he's a class act. If he can get it right, he can really trouble the batsman. 53 wickets.
Very impressive overall average. Just under 21, 53 wickets. Economy rate little on the higher side, so almost 8 and over. And obviously career best, 5 for 22. In this format, big deal when you get 5 for.
You're one of the leading wicket takers in the Bangabandhu BPL. Got back to his rhythm and form. Starts with a ball down the leg side. You always feel that when a new bowler comes in, he's got to be spot on target. Nothing loose. Again, a looseness start with from Mustafizur Rahman.
He's only 24. He's a very talented individual. But eventually, I reckon that he's a bit predictable with his lines, of course. Everything is going away from the right-hander. Even the slow ball is the leg cutter. And, of course, one of the experienced coaches, they just hired Otis Gibson from West Indies, who coached South Africa as well, and West Indies as well. That's why he's so good, Babar Azam. He's elegant, he takes his time. He was unlucky yesterday. Call is for 2 and they've taken 2 runs. This can be very frustrating for a bowler and for a captain. Given away unnecessary run, especially when you're defending a small total.
Interesting stats for Mustafizur Rahman. We see that ball ricocheting off the stumps and resulting in another single. Out of the 53 wickets that he's had in the T20 internationals, 16 wickets he's picked up in the power play. He hasn't bowled in the power play. Strange, isn't it?
Very strange, and I'm all for giving a new ball to a spinner. Fair enough if you're defending 160, but if you're defending 136, especially on pitch like this, give the new ball to your fast bowlers. Straight to the boundary. No need to run for those. He's on fire, the Pakistani skipper.
It's a nothing delivery here from Mustafizur Rahman. Gets to shoot. Look how easy for him. Just a flick of the wrist and it's gone. Did not even bother to run. Just helping the ball on its way to the boundary, hitting the gaps. It was nice to see Tamim Iqbal having a bit of a chat with Mustafizur Rahman. It's important for them to realize that you cannot bowl loose deliveries early on.
And becoming Mustafizur, and I think when you see his release position, if you get time, you can show it to you in a replay. His wrist is obviously facing towards first slips to a right-hander. So that shows everything will go across, and that's how you become predictable as a bowler. He hasn't learned the in-swing to the right-handers, but I think in the long run, I suppose he's got to learn that delivery to surprise the batsman. Let's have a look at that's a cross seam, obviously, and that was a cutter. And when I speak to all the young bowlers in PSL as well, that when you're going after a wicket, variation is not going to work there. You bowl the normal bowling, bowl seam up, hit the right area, work with the seam. Slow ball variations are always good when batsman is trying to hit you out of the park every time. Variations, but not when you're going after the wickets.
Wide words of wisdom from one of the finest with the ball. Sultan of swings feels that the bowler would need to bowl seam up, especially early on. I hope everybody's listening. I hope someone is listening and passing the message to Mustafizur Rahman. One thing for sure, I'm going to pass it on, guys.
Yeah, he's a great talent. When I saw him the first time he came on the scene 2-3 years ago, he was phenomenal. He was getting wickets left, right and centre in his format. But like I said, he's only 24. He's got bright future ahead of him. And he still have time to learn.
You're never too late to still learn, even though you've played so much cricket. Right, 47 for 1.
Check out, please.
Rupees 3,520 for your single room, sir.
Rupees 2,720 for your single room. What if you use Trivago? You can scan hotel deals from major booking sites, so you can find a better deal for your hotel room. Try Trivago next time. Hotel Trivago.
In the world's grandest T20 league, watch Sydney Thunder versus Perth Scorchers tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. KFC Big Bash League, live on Sony 10-3.
47 for 1, change in bowling. Aminul Islam Biplab, the right arm leg spinner, was pretty decent in the first T20 International here at 1 for 28. Early days. It's a learning curve for the youngster, not just for him, even for every bowler, for someone like Mustafizur Rahman to understand how to bowl. Right arm leg spinner. We'll be hoping to create some more chances, but I still feel that in terms of field placement, you've got to have a slip in place. There are two batsmen, two right-handers in the middle. I know it's a good partnership, but you've got to attack. You've got to make them feel that no, you've got to push and push you back with the back foot.
Agreed. And I think for first 2-3 deliveries, you can have mid-wicket up and the short mid-wicket fielder go into slip cordon. And after 2 deliveries, you can have that fielder back. Good bowling. I think his natural delivery that dips him and then it turns. That's why he's so dangerous. He's only young, like you said. He's got bright future ahead of him. Does he bowl googly?
Yeah, he does. And what is important for him is to make sure that it doesn't pitch short on the shorter side. It's important for the youngster. Have a look at the Bangladesh bowlers, all balls bowled today, hitting the stumps only 7%.
Look at that stat, missing stumps 93%.
Poor, isn't it?
Yes, especially on this pitch.
Again, a short one, just a little bit uppish, but it's gone past that fielder. At short mid-wicket, it's a boundary.
Freebies. Not a great delivery, beautifully picked up, easy shot for a fees, pressure off. He was struggling a bit. He was 12 of 19 after this boundary. He's on 20, 16, I suppose, 16 of 20 now. And leg spinners, especially young, they tend to bowl short as well. At least one delivery in an over. That's down leg side.
Yeah, that's the reason he has to be told over and over again, if you pitch it up, it's fine. If you hit down the ground, it's a good shot. But once you're hit square of the wicket, that means you've bowled a short delivery, and it's a pickup delivery for a batsman to put it away. So very important, so very crucial. 50 on the board for Pakistan, 53 for 1 now. Again on the shorter side, too easy, just too easy for the batsman.
No pressure whatsoever. Babar is the #1 batsman in this format. Hafiz is one of the most experienced players in this format.
The kind of experience behind his back, Mohammad Hafiz. Once he gets a start, he'll make sure that he stays till then. Sloppy, very, very sloppy indeed. Not good for Bangladesh. Mustafizur Rahman, the fielder there, letting one go and resulting in a single. 55 for 1.
Big match coming up on my 11th circle.
It's time for India versus New Zealand, second T20.
You can beat my team this match and make 3 times more cash. Make your team now only on my 11th circle.
J-Dot presents Inverex Solar Energy Cup, Pakistan versus Bangladesh T20 I Series 2020. Third T20I, live and exclusive on Sony.
Twice in 2 days.
Yeah, he was batting on 65 of just 53 deliveries, Tamim Iqbal. And there was still a couple of overs to be bowled. Had he batted on, certainly 150, 160 would have been a possibility. Right, after the end of the 9th over, Pakistan moves on to 60 for 1.
Big match coming up on my 11th circle.
It's time for India versus New Zealand, second T20.
You can beat my team this match and make 3 times more cash. Make your team now only on my 11th circle.
Love for cricket knows no boundaries. Women in blue take on 2 cricketing giants. 2020 Women's Tri-Nation Series starts Friday 31st January. Live and exclusive on Sony ESPN.
Yeah, in pursuit of 137, Pakistan has moved very nicely to 60 for 1 after the end of the night. A very good partnership between Babar Azam, the skipper, and with him the experienced campaigner, Mohammad Hafiz. They're batted 54 of 46 now. Spinner continues, right arm leg spinner. One of the best throws we've seen. Got himself in a bit of a tangle, Mehdi Hassan. It just seems that they're waiting for things to happen. I mean, knowing that it is a do-or-die situation for Bangladesh. Have a look at that. Now, where was he aiming at? Must have slipped from his hand.
That doesn't look very good from here. The way they are fielding. Good delivery. Misread the googly, inside edge. Are they going to go back for 2? No. They're going to settle for 1. No need to take a risk at this stage. The driving seat, the Pakistanis are 75 required of 64. With 9 wickets in hand, 2 set batsmen. Partnership is worth now 56.
It's a good delivery from Aminul Islam, forcing the batsman to come on with the front foot. That's what he needs to do on a consistent basis. That's well ball on stump, on target, but it is coming so slowly off the surface. It's played it quite nicely, standing deep in the crease. You've got to have the batsman coming onto the front foot and create some chances here. No point just waiting for things to happen. You've got to do something different here, Bangladesh. In search of a wicket, in search of a bowler to break this partnership. That's well bowled. Really well bowled. That's what I would like to see him do it over and over again.
The ideal length from this youngster. Nicely played with the spin, another single. 4 runs from the over, 1 ball to go, 64 for 1 Pakistan. No problem whatsoever. Ideal day for cricket.
Yeah, why can't that fielder at long on come inside the circle? Because if you're eyeing to hit on the onside, it has to be against the spin. That's a poor delivery to finish the over. Short, wide, gets the treatment. 1 bounce over to the fence. Spoils the over. 8 in that over. After 10, 68 for 1.
Big match coming up on my 11th circle.
It's time for India versus New Zealand, second T20.
You can beat my team this match and make 3 times.
J-Dot presents Inverex Solar Energy Cup, Pakistan versus